Elon Musk may yet convince skeptics that an electric semi-trailer is a better buy than diesel. Tesla has said its electric truck will save owners money over diesel trucks over time, but skeptics so far have expressed doubts and have clamored for more data and validation. A new report from Piper Jaffray suggests Tesla's semi-buyers could begin saving money over diesel engines after 2 years of ownership. Piper Jaffray analyst Alexander Potter said he thinks EV trucks will succeed factoring the costs of variables such as engine manufacturing, fuel, electricity and maintenance, along with assumptions about how customers are likely to use a large commercial semi-trailer. According to Potter, electric vehicles do appear to cost much more to manufacture. For example, he estimates the cost of all parts on a diesel truck that would not be needed on an electric vehicle to be $37,128, while the cost of parts needed on an EV, but not a diesel, would be much higher, at $82,720. That is mostly due to the battery pack, which is estimated at $54,500 installed. However, the costs of repairing, refueling and maintaining an electric vehicle are lower. Yearly spending on those expenses runs $35,676 for diesel truck. The electric truck would cost less than half, $14,306. At that rate, electric trucks would recoup their extra costs over diesels and begin saving money in about 2.1 years, Potter said. Potter said, other factors are needed for future versions of the payback model, particularly around costs. For example, it is not known whether fleets will need to spend significantly more to replace batteries as they degrade, or if they will be able to solve that problem by redeploying older trucks to lower mileage routes. There also may be unforeseen maintenance costs or downtime and effects on performance from extreme weather. Tesla also said it has been able to improve range by reducing drag on the sleek vehicle as it drives. But diesel manufacturers could make similar improvements to their trucks, reducing the Tesla Semi's edge.
Tesla Model 3 delivery has been delayed again, the company announced last week. That sounds bad news for the customers who have been waiting for their orders to be delivered so they can experience the electric vehicle revolution. If you are one of them, there's a quick way you can get on a Model 3 EV. Rent one on Turo. As reported by the Washington Post, only about 1,000 Tesla Model 3 cars are coming out of the Tesla factory every week according to latest estimates. That is way lower than the 5,000 per week delivery that CEO Elon Musk has targeted. Per Chicago Tribune, Tesla said it would be able to hit that production level by the end of June, while it said it is expecting to produce 2,500 units a week of its mass-market electric car by the end of March. Tesla has no public test drives for the Model 3s yet, and it does not have units in showrooms either. But there's a fast way you can test the vehicle now. Car-sharing services such as Turo, which is also known as the Airbnb for cars, are renting out the Tesla Model 3. The San Francisco-based company said there are at least 6 Model 3s available for rent in Virginia, Colorado, Florida, and California. According to Steve Webb, the director of communication at Turo, by the end of January, up to 20 Model 3 units will be available for peer-to-peer car sharing. There are also 116 Turo members who have signed up to rent their Tesla Model 3 once they are delivered to them. Interested individuals can experience driving a Tesla Model 3 via Turo for $196 to $990 a day, given the car's rarity and high demand. Tesla delivered only 1,770 Model 3s in 2017 since the first ones came out in July. There are also several Tesla Model S and Model X available on Turo, which can be rented out for $100 to $200 a day. Elon Musk also sees the benefit of car sharing so that car owners can earn from this asset that depreciates over time. In fact, he plans to establish a Tesla network, a fleet of autonomous Tesla cars that will be available for ride-sharing. Other automotive companies such as General Motors and BMW have existing similar ride-sharing programs. The Nissan IMX concept from last year's Tokyo Motor Show previews a new electric crossover that's expected to come to market in the coming years. But while earlier reports said the production IMX will be based on the Leaf EV, as it turns out, that might not be the case. Speaking at this week's Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, Daniele Schillaci, Nissan's Executive Vice President for Global Marketing and Sales, says the new electric crossover will ride on a bespoke platform. The IMX concept will be on display this week at CES, and indeed, it previews a production model. That said, bespoke doesn't necessarily mean all new. It could be a stretched or heavily altered version of the Leaf's platform. When asked if these new underpinnings will come from the scalable EV architecture detailed in Renault-Nissan's Alliance 2022 inches plan, Schillaci simply reiterated that it will be bespoke, and declined to give any technical data regarding the modular platform. In fact, when asked to clarify that the production IMX's architecture won't just be the same as what's under the Leaf, Schillaci again just said that it will be, you guessed it, bespoke. When it debuted in Tokyo, the IMX was said to use 2 electric motors for a combined output of 430 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. The high-capacity battery pack is said to allow for a maximum range of more than 373 miles, which is impressive, though, obviously, best taken with a grain of salt. Nissan also told us the IMX could connect to a city's local power grid and act as a virtual power plant, returning unused electricity to its source. That's rad. So while a production version of the IMX is imminent, it might not be the Leaf-based vehicle we initially expected, at least, not exactly. In any case, we'll know more in a few years, as the new crossover is slated to launch before the end of the decade.
Seemingly caught in the crossfire between CES and the upcoming Detroit Auto Show, the Tokyo Auto Salon will play host to an important Subaru show car, the Visiv Performance STI Concept. The show car is based on the Visiv Performance concept that was revealed at the Tokyo Motor Show last October, adding visual aggression with unique bodywork, including a revised front bumper, side sails, and an outrageous-looking version of the WRX STI's traditional oversized rear wing. No word yet on what powers the red-accented concept, but rumors persist that electrification will figure into the next generation of these all-wheel drive performance cars. For reference, today's WRX STI is powered by a 2.5-liter turbocharged boxer 4-cylinder that pumps out 305 horsepower and 290 pound-feet of torque. Back in October, there was some debate as to whether the Visiv Performance concept was meant to serve as a vision of a future Impreza-based WRX or a next-generation legacy, but this new show car should lay that controversy to rest. The designs preview a future WRX and a WRX STI. No mechanical information or dynamic figures have been released so far, but it's fair to expect that even with its more extreme styling and high-performance mission, this Visiv Performance STI concept will likely still feature Subaru's next-generation tech, including an iteration of its eyesight driver assistant Starlink navigation systems. The Tokyo Auto Salon runs from January 12 to 14.
Last month, Elon Musk, the tech billionaire who founded SpaceX, said on Twitter that he planned to launch a Tesla electric car into Mars orbit in 2018, While the announcement was initially met with skepticism, Musk has backed up his claim by posting a photo of the Tesla Roadster inside the carbon fiber composite fairing of a SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket. Musk wrote in a December 22 Instagram post, "Test flights of new rockets usually contain mass simulators in the form of concrete or steel blocks. It seemed extremely boring. Of course, anything boring is terrible, especially companies, so we decided to send something unusual, something that made us feel." The Falcon Heavy is a variant of the Falcon 9 rocket, which last year completed a successful launch from the original NASA liftoff pad that first sent astronauts to the Moon. For both rockets, the use of composites extends beyond just a payload. The interstage, which connects the upper and lower stages of the rockets, is a composite structure with an aluminum honeycomb core and carbon fiber face sheets. SpaceX says the launch vehicle, the first of its kind for SpaceX, is the most powerful rocket in the world today. Only the Saturn V moon rocket, last flown in 1973, delivered more payload to orbit. With the ability to lift into orbit over 54 metric tons of mass equivalent to a 737 jetliner loaded with passengers, crew, luggage and fuel, Falcon Heavy can lift more than twice the payload of the next closest operational vehicle, the Delta IV Heavy, at one-third the cost. If successful, the Roadster will be the first ever to fly free through the vacuum of space. The launch is expected before the end of January.